Greetings, music lovers. I'm Roger Bowie. Today I'm rapping with Nicola Mitchell of the Mitchell Twins, world famous in Gore, soon to be world famous everywhere. Hi, Nicola.
Hi, Roger. How are you?
Good. Which half of the Mitchell Twins are you?
Well, there's only two halves, so I'm the left half, and yeah, Megan's the right half.
I see. And what does being left and what does being right mean?
We are actually mirror twins, so I'm actually left-handed and Megan's right-handed, so that's
Oh,
why I went for that.
there you go. Well, that works. That works. Well, cool. I mean, it's good. It's good talking to you, and it's good knowing who am I talking to because I still haven't quite figured you guys out. Although I think I made some progress over the last 2 weeks, having seen as much of you as I did,
Mm.
because we've just finished 10 days in Gore at the Bailey's Tussock Country Music Festival. I just sent my monthly radio show off to production, and so play a couple of your songs. And in this show, I remarked that the Mitchell Twins were everywhere. Tell us about the festival and the many, many parts that you played.
Well, it was definitely a crazy week. We had a lot to do with, we've kind of grown up around, before the festival was a festival, we've grown up around King's birthday weekend, or it was Queen's birthday weekend. And every year we would compete in the Gold Guitar Awards, which is at the end of Tussock Country. And so we've always done that sort of thing and seen the people that came around at that time of year. But it was really cool to be able to play. We played with Fanny Lumsden in Lumsden, and we played at T3 with Jenny Mitchell very briefly. And we also did country music honours on the Thursday night for the APRA Best Song of the Year, which was pretty awesome to be, and involved with that night. And yeah, we also did Gold Guitars, which is, kind of the busy part of our week.
And there was a whiskey night.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, there was a whiskey night too. Yeah. Yeah.
And a little cameo with Jamie McDowell. See, I was
Oh,
everywhere.
yes.
You
You
everywhere.
were everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. And we also had Megan won a competition for Queen of, the Country Music Queen for the Gore Country Music Club. And so we were both around that night, but that was a little bit less about singing. As much as it sounds like it's about singing, it's not.
Teaching.
It's kind of like public speaking. It's a role to represent the club at the Tamworth Country Music Festival in January, but also a couple of other events, and like they get to go along to lots of stuff in Tussock Country.
So there you go, folks. The Mitchell Twins. The Mitchells were everywhere. I think we might. I think we were in Mitchell country, not Tussock country.
Yeah, there's a lot of us around.
I first met you, I guess, 3 or 4 years ago, and you were still at school when I first met you, singing harmonies with Megan and a big sister Jenny, and now you're the Mitchell Twins, recording artists. How does that feel?
Well, it's pretty cool to have been able to even start with Jenny's help. Like, we never would have been able to come in and meet so many amazing people and work with the amazing people we've worked with without Jenny's help and guidance. So it was pretty cool to be able to start kind of in her band and then from that grow and become our own thing.
That's cool. And obviously, music's been a big part of your life, being part of a musical family. Have you ever felt that you didn't want to play or sing?
Um, for a while, I thought I was really into um, some sports and stuff and got really into that, but then realized that I just loved country music too much and couldn't really pursue that.
Very cool. Okay. A new EP out tomorrow. Out tomorrow, that's right.
Yes, yeah, out tomorrow.
Four
We
songs.
are, sorry.
I said there's 4 songs, 3 of which have been drip fed to us already, and one of which made the APRA finals. One of the 3 songs
Mhm.
in the finals for Country Song of the Year. And there's a certain lady who's all over these songs. The same lady who beat you in the final last week.
Yes.
Tell us about working with and competing against the great Tammy Nielsen.
Yeah, well, actually, she beat herself as well because she co-wrote Find a River with us too. Tammy's been our producer and a co-writer for all the EP, and she's been an amazing place to ask any questions, and she's got amazing ideas, and we kind of fangirl every time we see her still, even though we've been working together for quite a while now. We just love Tammy's music, and it's been an honor to be able to work with her.
Tell us about the songs.
So there's 4 songs. They're all quite different. We had the first single that came out is called Reasons, and that's more of a kind of sassy heartbreak song that we wrote in a session. We wrote all the songs in like 2 days. We went up to Auckland and worked with Tammy to write them. So Reasons is one of them, and it's kind of a open letter to ex-boyfriends everywhere. And the second single released was on the opposite end of the spectrum. It's called Margaret's Song, and it's a little kind of slow number, and it tells the story of a family member of ours with dementia, and it's kind of from her point of view. And then our latest single was the studio cut of Find a River, which was so exciting to be came out like the week before Tussock Country, so that was pretty awesome to be able to get that all lined up and be able to have that out just before Honours. And that's about the Top Twins, and also Megan and I as twins and our connection to each other, and a little bit about missing each other when we couldn't be together, and the connection we can have through water and through the beach and the rivers. And then the last song is coming out tomorrow, and it's called Alone Again.
That hasn't been released yet. I see. Oh, well, just in time. I think I'm playing that on my show.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's kind of, we haven't got much out about the song, much info, but it's pretty much an anthem for all the single people out there. So it's definitely a fun one for us to sing, and we're excited to share it.
And who wrote the lyrics? You know what I'm getting at. I'm not going to talk about it, but who wrote the lyrics?
We all did. We sat down. It's probably the most fun I've ever had writing a song in my life. We were sitting in a circle in Marion Burns' basement, and we were sitting with notepads, and we were just dying of laughter. And we then said to each other, we have to sit in silence for 10 minutes and write down all the reasons that we can think of why you would want to be single. And then we came together and put the song together, and it was just so fun to write.
Cool. Well, I won't listen to this song. It's really it is a cool song, and it's a bit tongue in cheek, and listen to the words. And look, it was great to see Linda top down in Gore. I think she was with her mother as well, wasn't she?
Yes, she was with her wife, and then both of their mothers were with them.
Okay.
They are big Gold Guitars fans, and they always come down and support and watch so many auditions. They come and just are always there for lots of people. Really, they know everyone. So yeah.
So do you and Megan, have you had little chats with Linda and Jules about the special nature of twinhood?
Yeah, well, we have kind of we've always grown up listening to the twins, and we've had a relationship more so with Linda Top, and we have known them all for years. And Tammy also used to tour with them when she just moved to New Zealand, and so together we kind of watched they did a special on Sunday on the TV show.
Yes.
That kind of talked about their story, and that's where they introduced the idea of when they missed each other, they would walk in the river and the other would walk at the beach, and they'd put their feet in the water and it would bring them a bit closer to each other. And that's how it was all born, was through that. And we all thought, all three of us thought that that was a pretty cool thing to write about.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up shortly. Nicola, let's pitch the tours that you are doing. Let's hear from you about how and when and where people can hear these songs performed live.
Yeah, well, we've actually got 2 shows this weekend. We're playing in Kumu, which is just outside of Auckland, and we're also playing in Dunedin on Sunday night. And yeah, we'd really love to see anyone there that's around. And after that, we've got a few weeks off, and then we're playing in Gore and in Invercargill in August. So that's first weekend of August, I think the 4th and the 5th.
And you're doing something with Jenny as well?
Yes, yeah, we're also, not for all of the tour, but we're joining Jenny for the Bush and the Birds tour in a few different places. I can't think of the dates off the top of my head, but yeah, we've got a busy few months coming up with touring and lots of things. So,
all right, folks, go see the Mitchell twins. They're live in Kumu this Saturday night and Dunedin on Sunday, did you say?
Yeah.
And then they're back supporting Big Sister Jenny in Auckland in July and a few other places in between. And buy or stream, listen to their debut EP, Find a River, written and produced in collaboration with Tammy Nielsen. It's wee beauty of a debut. Can't wait for the album. Thanks, Nicola. Congratulations. Good luck with the tour. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Greetings, music lovers. Roger Bowie here. I'm in Gore this time of year for the Bailey's Tussock Country Music Festival, which is a great 10-day festival all over the town of Gore. And we've just had an hour at the Little Theatre with Jenny Mitchell. And I'm talking to Jenny. I'm going to rap with Jenny and her father, Ron. How are you guys?
We're wonderful, thank
Good.
you.
Yeah, very good. And last night, they won the runner-up for the MLT Songwriters Song of the Year for their song Daffodils. Now, we didn't hear that. We didn't hear that today.
Not today.
Why not, for woman's sake? I was waiting to hear it. When are we going to hear it live?
Jenny's excuse was that it makes everybody cry, so she didn't want to see them crying today. So.
Yeah, but yeah, we've also, last night was the only time we've ever played it, so we're still getting familiar with the words too. So
yeah.
Once we practice it, we'll start playing it more.
And when do you think we're going to hear it recorded?
I think soon. I'd really like to do it soon. I think that'll maybe be the next thing that we put on the recording list, so we'll see how we go.
So look, I know your music, and I know you love to write songs about your family. I know you've written about your father and your grandfather, and just now we've heard a song about Julie.
Yes.
But what's it like writing a song with your father?
This one was really fun. It was sort of one of the first ones we've done.
Yeah, it's quite easy because she was in Wellington and I was in Gore.
Is that the way it works?
Yeah.
So who was in charge?
Well, Jenny sort of started the song in the head. The chorus worked out, and then we put the verses together on the first couple I put in. They didn't go too good, did they? So they picked out. So then I made a couple more, and then we got it just one night, sort of, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When she came home for the weekend, and yeah, it all went together.
It's a beautiful song, folks. Now, Ron. There's a man, Ron's a man, you don't know Ron Mitchell, he's made his own records, but he's a man with aspirations for space travel, and he's going to tell us about that because he wants to go to Mars. He doesn't want to die wondering whether there are any guitars on Mars. What do you think, Ron?
Well, Roger's just talking about a song that I wrote. I actually put it in the songwriting this year, and we sang it here this afternoon, the first time ever, in front of an audience. It's quite fun, and it's sort of wondering if there's any aliens out there and what they might look like and whether they play guitars or not and how good they are.
And are we going to hear that song recorded soon?
Oh, yeah, we'll have a crack at that one.
We'll have a crack at that one. That's a couple of things to look forward to. What else do we look forward to? Jenny, going on tour soon?
Yes, yeah, I'm going on tour June, July. We're already in June today. So this month and next month for the Bush and the Birds tour, which is a tour in partnership with Forest and Bird. And 10% of tour profits are going to their conservation work. So I'm really excited about that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, all the way from Invercargill to Auckland and in between. So yeah.
Okay, we'll track you down, folks. It's been a great week here in Gore. We've had a lot of fabulous talent. We've had Fanny Lumsden in from Australia, and Tom Lumsden is her dancing brother, and I reckon that's something that Ron, the Mitchell sisters, know. They need a dancing brother.
Oh, they do, but they won't get a dancing father, that's for sure.
Oh, good. Thank you very much. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks so much
Thanks.
for spending a few moments with me, Jenny and Ron. It's a wrap with Roger. Thank you. Bye.